All right, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Eureka Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Scott. I'll be your host for the next couple of minutes. I thought she'd... Hi, Danny. Yeah, okay. All right, let me get my act together. I've been trying for 70 years, hasn't happened yet. Maybe today will be the day. We always start out our service by honoring the land on which we are located. So the Eureka Center for Spiritual Living acknowledges that the land on which we gather is the ancestral territory of the Wiyot peoples. This territory extends to the communities through most of Humboldt County, and we honor the Wiyot peoples today. Reminder, please shut off your cell phones, any vibrating devices, etc. Welcome to the Zoomers. Welcome to anybody who's new or any guests, including four-legged ones. Apparently we have a four-legged guest here today. And let's see what we've got on our screen. All right, we are going to... Yeah, I guess we're going to stand up and sing, aren't we? I thought there was a welcome home slide, but it's not here yet. Okay.
Well, welcome home anyway.
Welcome home anyway.
Here we go. I'm stepping out into a world of possibility. I'm stepping out into a whole new way to live. There's so much waiting for me. The path is clear before me. I got so much that I have yet to live. I'm stepping out and I'm committing to integrity. I'm stepping out, releasing every fear and doubt. The road just keeps on turning, and every step I'm learning what this life is all about. I'm stepping out. I'm stepping out into a world of possibility. I'm stepping out into a whole new way to live. There's so much waiting for me. Path is clear before me. I've got so much that I have yet to live. I'm stepping out and I'm committing to integrity. I'm stepping out, releasing every fear and doubt. The road just keeps on turning. Every turn I'm learning what this life is all about. I'm stepping out. I'm stepping out.
All righty, we're going to introduce ourselves to each other. Together we will say the affirmation at the top and then on the bottom, because I like to get a little bit of movement. It gets people going. If you're capable of getting up and moving, walk over to someone and say, I am really glad to see you, and give them a high five. So a high five if you can do it. Some of us have sore shoulders. It'll be a low five, but whatever you're able to do. So together we say, we are a welcoming community where the vibration of love lifts us, the wisdom of the ages inspires us, and the science of mind teaching empowers us. And walk over to somebody and say, I'm glad you're here. All righty. Right, so welcome to the center. As it's the first week of the month, I got about 60 seconds worth of trivia that I like to impart upon you. February comes from the Latin word februa, which means to cleanse. I did not know that. It was named after Februalia, the Roman festival of purification, which was a month-long festival that took place this time of year. That's how February came about. Some holidays this month are International World Thinking Day. That's February 22nd. We can sure use that, which ironically is followed 5 days later on February 27th by No Brainer Day. I don't make it up, I just find them. We've got February 11th is Make a Friend Day. And if you happen to have a pet, February 20th is Love Your Pet Day, although that's pretty much every day as far as I'm concerned. Here's another fun one. The first Friday of February, coming up this Friday, is Work Naked Day. Just to clarify, this is not about showing up naked to work. Unless you're on Zoom, then you can do that. This is just about working from home in comfort, so that's what it's about. We also have National Chopstick Day is February 7th, National Pizza Day, February 9th. There's a lot of food stuff. National Chocolate Mint Day is February 19th. Famous birthdays, Susan B. Anthony was born on February 15th, 1820. Charles Darwin, I figured you'd like her. Charles Darwin, 1809, February 12th, and Copernicus was born on February 19th, 1473, the astronomer who realized that we were not the center of the universe, despite how we tend to think. And two final historical events. Pope Gregory on February 24th, 1582. Pope Gregory XIII corrected mistakes on the Julian calendar by dropping 10 days and directing that the day after February 4th, 1582 after October 4th, became October 15th. So it just said those 10 days are gone. And on a more historical note, February 1st, 1960, in Greensboro, North Carolina, 4 African-American students sat down and ordered coffee at a lunch counter inside a Woolworths store. They were refused service but did not leave. Instead, they waited all day. The scene was repeated over the next few days and protests spreading to other southern states, resulting in the eventual arrest of over 1,600 people for participating in sit-ins. And I also believe, I also believe it's Rosa Parks' birthday is in February, but I didn't get the right date. So, all right, so let's move forward with what we've got. We've seen the schedule. What was that? Well, we all know it's Valentine's Day, and we all know President's Day, and it's also Black History Month, at least for this year it will be. All right, Angelica had sent to me something that she would like read, and I think it's really beautiful, and even if I didn't, she said read it, so I'm going to do it. But you said they do this on the first, where was it you saw this?
I got it from a conference and I rewrote it.
Okay, so Angelica got it from a conference and rewrote it. So, in a world full of fault lines and fractures, we stand in a place where opposites come together. We are at the birth of what is to come. If you are doubting, welcome. If you are healing, welcome. If you are angry at injustice, welcome. We're creating a new beginning in a series of beginnings. If you are afraid, welcome. If you are joyful, welcome. If you are longing to belong, welcome. Let go of everything it took to get here. Let go of all that is going on right now. Allow yourself the freedom of this morning, this space, the music, the words. Let the presence of the divine be with you and lift you to the place where peace and joy prevail. I think it's beautiful. Thank you. All right, I keep pointing over there. I need to point back here. Our annual meeting will be next Sunday, right after service. So if you are a member, please stay. If you aren't a member, please stay also. But members get to vote, and we will get the state of the center and find out all sorts of other information. That's next Sunday, same place, right after the meeting. Also wanted to mention a brief note. We're starting to put together our Twice Nice sale. If you have items that you would like to donate, talk to Anna, and she will help find a place here within the center. The Twice Nice sale will be coming up in a few months. It's our biggest fundraiser, and there will be a lot more about that as we go along. For the love of writing, Lorna is bringing back her writing group, wherever Lorna went. There you are, back there. And that will start the second Friday of each month, so that'll be on Valentine's Day from 10 to noon. If you'd like more information, Lorna, will you raise your hand so somebody could see who you are? You can talk to Lorna. That's for the love of writing. For the love of men would be the men's group. And that's led by Edward, and that will be this coming Saturday from 3 to 5. All ages are welcomed, accepted, and invited. Anybody who is a man, please come by, or a boy, come by and join the group. You will be better together if you do that. We have some events for our social group. February 15th, here at the center, it's Eat, Games, and Love. I'm sorry, I knew that. February 15th. Isn't that like Eats, Leaves, and Shoots? Or Eat, Pray, and Love? One of those, combine them both. Eat, Games, and Love. Bring potluck dish and your favorite game. On the 26th, there will be bowling as part of our social group, signing up at the table if you would be so kind. Chinese checkers? Okay, bring Chinese checkers. We have a lot going on. We have Crafternoon. That will take place on Friday the 21st. We're going to be decorating peace stubs, and boy, do we need those now. That will be here at the center, as you can see, from 1 to 4 o'clock. Then our plant sale is getting going. So that's April 4th and 5th. Our plant sale used to be sometimes, once in a while, occasionally, part of the Twice Nice sale, but it's going to be on its own. And if you have plants that you would like to bring, see Lori in the foyer for more information. See Lori in the foyer. Oh, I got you. All right. Oh, did you want to say something? Good. That'll save me from more embarrassment.
Well, our planting party was canceled yesterday due to rain, so I want to make sure anybody who wants to join us next Saturday at 10 o'clock, the Eureka planting party will be happening, and I can give you all that information after the service. We also have a second planning party on the 10th, which is the following Monday in McKinleyville. So please come on out. And I also want to thank everyone who donated for soil. Oh my gosh. It was fantabulous. Thank you.
Thank you, Lori. We need librarians. So see Michele. Where is Michele? Michele, if you raise your hand so people know you. Or Catherine. Where are you, Catherine? There you are, over there. They're organizing our library. We have an extensive library. If you're not aware of it, if you haven't used it, you really are missing out a lot. All sorts of books regarding all things spiritual, philosophical, and pretty much anything. It's getting organized. Michele and Catherine are doing that. Please see them offer your help. And SOAR is the national or the annual event for the Centers for Spiritual Living. If you'd like to know more about it, the information is on the screen. You can also sign up. It'll take place in Canada in August. And I think, oops, the Little Pantry. Little Pantry needs food. Is this a ramen need or is this a non-ramen need right now? Always ramen now. We're back to always ramen. Before we were just lousy with ramen. Now we don't have enough ramen. Whatever you can donate to our Little Pantry, non-perishable foods, please. What was that? Oh, you're welcome. And since we're the beginning of the month, our new theme is mapping your path. And we will start out this month by doing, now I'm a kind of a nerd about presentations. I've been a professional speaker all my life, but I just want to do a shout out to Ari because I noticed what he did last week, and if you didn't notice, because you're not a PowerPoint nerd, I have to point out that when we sing along with this, you will notice it scrolls. which was something Ari worked into it. And that's a PowerPoint trick that he did. So just wanted to give you a shout out on that, Ari. Yes.
And then he created that QR
Oh, yeah, the QR code.
at the very beginning so that people could sign up for the newsletter. And then on the donation page, there's also a different QR code.
Yeah, which is more for the people on Zoom, because if you try and QR it from 40 feet away, you probably won't get much. Okay, and now Donna back to to lead us in our next song. Michele will now come forward and lead us in the moment of peace, and that will be followed by Reverend Angelica and our talk.
Good morning. So today I have a reading from Michael Meade, and if you're new, this moment of peace, I do a reading, and then we have a little bit of time, a couple minutes to just have a contemplation about it, and then Jackson sings us into what's called an affirmative prayer, and then we move into the main part of our service. So if you would just allow yourself to just relax into your chair and just enjoy the fact that you're here in this place with all these other spiritually like-minded people. Michael Meade is he's interested in myth and just really interesting psychology. And so I'm rereading this book called Fate and Destiny. And his readings seem so deep to me. I really like it. And I was reading this part, and it seemed to go really well with not only the times, but Reverend Angelica's talk today. There are many ways to view the dramatic changes that are well underway, but no easy way to see where life is going and how things might end. There is no way to avoid the current crises in culture and the radical changes in nature. There is no sudden remedy for the tragedies and losses that characterize the modern era. However, there may be no better time to learn the inner story that our souls carry and find the ways we are intended to be in this increasingly uncertain world. When the story of the world becomes less clear, it is the unfolding of the inner life of the soul that might provide the best guidance for how to proceed. leaning into that I am, leaning into the voice of Spirit, that light of Spirit that dwells within each and every one of us, that dwells within all beings, connecting us as one. I know that this morning as we come together, that light is magnified, is illuminated within us, and it goes out into the world, making it a better place. And I know as we come together in this service this morning in person and on Zoom, that beautiful spiritual energy that we all feel, that we all know within us is magnified. And that it makes the world a better place as we all come together. And so I let this service unfold in its right and perfect way. And so it is.
I am part of the great mind of God, and God is all that I am. God is love, God is peace, God is life itself, and God is all that I
And now I invite up Reverend Angelica.
Thank you, Michelle and Jackson. That was good. Very good. Good way to start. So good morning, everyone, and good morning, Zoomers. Before I start my talk this morning, I'm going to pull a Scott. Today, February 2nd, happens to be the second pagan Sabbath in the wheel of the year. It has its roots in the Celtic traditions, and it's very heavily associated with St. Bridget. I probably didn't pronounce her name right because it sounds different when you're in Ireland. But she is the ancient Celtic goddess of, well, many things. Home and hearth rank above there, right up there, but so do agriculture, spring, dawn, and fertility. In the modern practice, though, fire reigns supreme, and if you've ever noticed pictures of St. Bridget, she's holding fire, or she has fire on her head. And you know, for me, fire is symbolic of purification. And according to the internet, this day is supposed to be offered to celebrate renewal, growth, and transformation. I happen to enjoy the Wiccan path. I was in it for many, many years before starting to go to a religious science church. And recently I've started looking at it a little bit more. So today we're going to talk about the Traveler's Guide to Spiritual Growth. Now last month we went back to the beginning, the 4 chapters in the textbook, so that we could remember this teaching and what it's all about. So I'm going to use Rumi a little bit today, and he has a poem that says, "Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving, it doesn't matter. Ours is not a caravan of despair. Come, even if you have broken your vows 1,000 times. Come yet again, come, come." And for me, every single journey that we go on has a spiritual invitation to it. And this spiritual invitation comes to us either as a gentle nudge or sometimes a whack upside the head. But regardless, it moves us forward if we will allow us to. And in fact, our whole life really is a spiritual journey. And this journey that I'm having us go on this year, my intention is that it is a journey of awakening, a journey of deepening, a journey of transformation, so that at the end of the year, we feel we have a higher consciousness or a expanded consciousness. And one of the things that I know is that all of us are on the same journey, but it all looks different. We all have the same story, but it all looks different. And if you want to look at the micro-macro of everything, our country is going through the same story, the same journey. Our planet is going through the same journey, etc. So my job then, I feel, is to really pay attention to what I'm doing in consciousness. Because the truth I've told you many times before, there's only one consciousness, there's only one mind, that mind is God's mind. That mind is the mind that we're using all the time. That's what Dr. Holmes teaches us over and over again. So we've gotten an invitation to go on a spiritual journey. And so some of you are familiar with Joseph Campbell's work with the hero's journey, right? So the first thing that happens is the call to adventure, the awakening. And to me, this is when there comes that sense of inner stirring or something that's saying to us, life is much more than we think it is. This is the call to adventure, the moment we become aware that we're part of something greater. We want to experience this, we want to experience life in a new way. And Dr. Holmes tells us the awakening mind is the first step towards spiritual realization. And like I said, sometimes the mind wakes up through something negative happening in our lives. It's not always something wonderful. So if we look at Rumi's story, you know who Rumi is, right? Right? Okay, good. Rumi is a Persian poet, philosopher, etc. And his awakening started when he met Shams of Tabriz, a wandering mystic who challenged everything that Rumi thought he knew. And their connection made something very profound happening in Rumi. He began to have a deeper yearning for inner truth, for divine truth. And so when we're looking at our journey, perhaps we might ask us, is what happened to us? When we really consciously started on this journey? So my second idea is about charting the course. Any good journey, any wise traveler doesn't just start walking. Well, you might, but I always have to have a map or an idea of where I'm going. So spiritually, our map is created through our intentions. We have to ask ourselves, what am I seeking? What qualities do I want to cultivate in this journey? And this made me think of the people that I know, many people, who have decided to walk the Camino de Santiago. And they often begin with an intention. I know Dr. David Alt, one of our religious science ministers, was having serious health problems, in particular with his heart, and he decided to walk this path seeking healing. Lots of people go seeking healing. People go walk this path seeking clarity, or they're seeking transformation. So what is it that we want to? What do you individually want to, what's your intention for this journey? Who do you want to be at the end of it, at the end of the year? I know for my own self, at the end of the year, I want to be an even brighter light than I am already, right? I want to expand my consciousness so that, and I want to be a healer, a real healer. I do spiritual mind treatments, and people will tell you, yes, I do treatments for them, and they get what they want, or they get what they need, etc. But I before I even got into the science of mind, I was studying hands-on healing. And I let it go because at that time, you didn't touch anybody in religious science. But now people that I treat for sometimes notice that I hold their hands. You know, I'm really into this energy stuff. So think about your own intention for this spiritual journey. So here, the journey has begun. It began last month. And yet, what we know is that our intentions are really powerful, but the journey requires action. If I just sit on my couch thinking about it, or thinking about my intentions, how far am I going to get? Well, you know, if I belong to one of those traditions that believes in going to the mountaintop or finding a cave, you know, like many of the Hindu monks do, and just sitting for years, we'll get hotter. Emma Curtis Hopkins reminds us, the world will persist in exhibiting before you what you persist in affirming the world is. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you something. What are you thinking about our country today? It's done unto you as you believe. The world will persist in exhibiting before you what you persist in affirming the world is. Now, some of you know that I take care of animals, and the one dog that I will allow at my house is a beautiful chocolate lab named Frida. Her parents came at 8:30 this morning to pick her up after being gone for a month. And her mother and I got into a conversation about all the things that have happened in 2 weeks. And I walked into my house after they drove away thinking, shit, I did it again. I went down that damn rabbit hole again. And I don't want to do that because I know how powerful thought is. And so I keep telling everybody, yes, we acknowledge that this is happening, but what do you want? Let's focus on that. How do we know that all this stuff that's happening isn't the direction of moving us to a higher place in consciousness? Definitely a lot of people are waking up and they're going, whoops, wait a minute, this is not what I wanted. And if this was what you wanted, I'm sorry, but I can't help myself. So one of the things about Rumi, let's go back to Rumi. His deep transformation didn't happen overnight. It took his whole life. And it was through his devotion to the divine where he wrote poetry, he danced in prayer, he surrendered to divine love, and he grew into one of the world's most renowned mystics. It was his devotion to a higher truth. So we can't just sit and think about it. We have to do something about it. We have to make a commitment or set an intention and then do something about it. So then I'm going to go back to, this is my fourth idea, where we have to transformation and challenges. This is that place in the hero's journey where suddenly we fall in the hole, you know, and we have to dig ourselves out of it. So we all face obstacles. There are detours, there are storms, there are moments of doubt. All of these challenges refine us, though, if we will allow them to. But what happens to us as humanity, as people? We have a challenge, and then we drag that challenge with us for years sometimes, so that it's always having an effect on our life. In Scott's grief class, Rose made a comment the other day. She said, I just realized I've been grieving my whole life. And I looked at my timeline. I've done this class before, and we're doing our grief timeline. And the very first thing is when I'm 2.5, I get taken away by a pretty lady, taken away from my birth mother by a pretty lady, and then I never get to go home. And I realized I've been grieving my whole life. That my mother never came and got me, or that lady never took me back. In fact, everything just got worse. So there's part of my transformation, realizing that I had the strength to handle whatever it was that I was going through. So back to Rumi now. His beloved teacher, Shams, disappears. And Rumi was devastated because he no longer had this mentor to count on or to talk with or to dance with or anything. Yet in his grief, he wrote some of the most profound poetry that there is. And he discovered that love and wisdom come from the depths of our experiences. So somebody said to me one time, mentioned how strong I am, and in fact, I just flashed through my head a picture of the strength card in the tarot. I thought I really liked that card because the woman is petting a lion. You know, I'm a cat woman, right? But the truth is, the idea of strength. Those things that I experienced as a child, up until age 16 when I ran away, those things made me stronger. And through my strength, I've found my calling. So then I want to say to us, when we look at our country and when we look at our personal lives, what if our greatest struggles are really stepping stones to a higher space, doorways to transformation? What if we started thinking of it that way, regardless? I really invite you to stop bad-mouthing anybody. Yes, I know we have to be informed. I mean, I can't help myself. I read it all. But I do not need to get on that bandwagon where I'm calling certain people names and thinking the country's going to hell in a handbasket. I'm going to think of this from this moment on as a doorway to transformation. Who knows? I mean, this is happening all around the world. It's not just in the United States. And a couple years ago, I read an article from NASA, I believe it was, that said that we live in a spiral galaxy. Our planet is in a spiral galaxy, and it's moving. The spiral galaxy is moving, and so is our planet. And our planet is getting closer and closer to the edge of what the arm of the spiral that it's in. And you know, when I think about that, that would cause all kinds of stuff. It would cause climate problems. And because of the earth, which I believe is a living being, because it's going through these traumas, we catch the feeling of the traumas. And so we start going through traumas. But one of the things I know is that we're being taught that every single challenge we have is a stepping stone to a higher place. And it's done unto us as we believe. So I'm going to believe that what's happening for all of us is something that we can't even imagine yet. But we can allow ourselves to play in that realm of imagination. So what I know is that a true journey doesn't leave us unchanged. We are definitely going to change in this spiritual journey. I believe we're going to become transformed, and we're going to see all of this with new eyes. We can start now. We don't have to wait till further down the journey. And in fact, the spiritual path is not about reaching a final destination. It's something that's going to go on, I believe, on through this dimension into the next one after we leave these bodies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's about continuing to evolve. And another thing that Rumi says is, be like a river, constantly flowing, forever arriving. So what I know for us is that no matter where we are on our path, let's know that we're exactly where we're supposed to be and keep walking. Don't stop. Don't stop in consciousness. Don't stop physically. Let's keep growing. Let's keep walking. Let's keep trusting the journey. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Like I said, I go down that rabbit hole just like that. I know that this small group of people right here, like Margaret Mead said, can change the whole world. We have to, each one of us, take part in it. We have to, each one of us, allow ourselves to take another deep breath and another deep breath and another deep breath, continually centering ourselves in the divine and saying, what would love do here? It's almost like I was meditating on this the other day, and I'm thinking, there's a 2-year-old in Washington, D.C. So how do I love that? Regardless. I've never been a parent, but I've had some pretty precocious animals. And I love them anyway, regardless. What did you say? I neutered them. I'm not thinking of, when I said that, the animal that I was thinking of was a parrot. A cockatoo, actually. That parrot learned swear words so quickly. Tag built him, his name was Mango because he was absolutely gorgeous, orange and blue and green. But Tag built him this huge, probably the size of the stage, cage. And he would yell at the top of his voice as soon as the sun came up. This is in Hawaii. For those who are listening later, you can imagine the word starts with F. But I kept trying to get him to be quiet. I would have to get up out of bed and run down there and bring him in the house because he was yelling it and yelling it and yelling it. He never did learn not to, because what he did learn was, oh, I get attention this way. And somebody comes and gets me, and I get to be in the nice warm house. There's a 2-year-old in Washington, D.C. Let's love them anyway. All of them. And let's start by loving ourselves. Just remember that every challenge we go through is just another stepping stone on our path, our spiritual path. And we can do it. We've got all the tools that we need right here, right here. Love and law. So let's go into prayer. I remember there's only one life. That life is divine life. That life is absolutely perfect. And that life is the life we are living right now. And so I celebrate us as we map out this journey that we're on, as we set intentions for how we want to live and how we want to learn and how we want to be. We set intentions for how we want our country to be and how we want our planet to be. We set intentions knowing that love leads the way and the law makes the way perfect. So I know for each one of us on a personal level, we allow ourselves to love ourselves first. We breathe in anytime we find that we're off the beaten trail, off the path, and we allow ourselves to breathe in and know this too is good. And we step back on our path, remembering who we are. We are more powerful than we think we are. And so we allow ourselves to let go of that idea, let go of any idea that makes us feel little or small or unimportant or not powerful. We remember that who each one of us is an expression of divine life, divine love. So we move forward along this path with intention and with love. And we celebrate this path, knowing that because I'm on it, everybody gets to benefit. Each one of us can say that, because I'm on this path, everyone gets to benefit. And we celebrate spirit in any form we want to, with any methods we want to. We celebrate spirit. I know life is good because life is God. And so I'm so grateful for this. I'm so grateful that we're in a teaching that reminds us continually of who we are and what we can do. I'm so grateful for allowing for us to be in a teaching where we remember that it's done unto us as we believe. And I believe that we're entering into a high, holy moment. And it is good, very good. It's filled with love and joy and understanding, with communication, consideration, all of that. And I know for each one of us that we recognize these things this week. We see it in our community, we see it in the greater community, we see it in ourselves, and we pay attention. So with a grateful heart, I release these words, knowing that they are so, and so it is. So Donna is our musician this morning. Let's give her a hand.
Thank you. This song was written by Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith and his sweetheart, Ricky Byers. I knew that. Very much so. It's called Use Me. Use me, oh God, I'm stand for you. Here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. I used to think God was the sun, God is the sun, and God's so much more than the stars and the earth. All of creation, God is creator, makes all things new, and God needs us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, I stand for you. Here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. All that I'm saying, command my hands. What must they do? Command my life. It's here for you. God is the love that gives all creation. God is creator, makes all things new. And God needs us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you. Here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. And God needs us to shine its light. And God needs us to shine its light. God needs us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you. Here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. So show me all I must do. Show me all I must do. Show me all that I must do.
Thank you for Ricky Byers and Michael. We need more Ricky Byers and Michael Beckwith music. If I'm putting in requests, Janice Stanfield, put that one on the list too. Okay, we're about to go into the offering, and in light of what Angelica said about intention, the plate, the pot, whatever, it goes around and we put money in it. And I think this time also, and maybe it's something we always need to do, as you put whatever you put into it, however much you can afford, think for a second what you want this money to do, what you want this gift to do. What is the intention that you have? Don't just put the money in, put the money in, please, but don't just put it in, but think for a second, this money is going to create a more peaceful world, to create better health, whatever it is you want. So let's put a pot of intentions to go with the money. But first we will say, I gratefully give from the fullness of my abundance, knowing my gift blesses this center, all in it and beyond, and so it is. I just love watching you guys perform. That is just fantastic. All right. If you'll come forward a little bit. I am grateful for the knowledge that everything is energy, everything flows through us, out of us, and is us. And these gifts that we provide into our community with so many positive and beneficial intentions now will flow as energy into our community, into our city, into our state, into our world, and out to our planet and universe, creating good wherever it goes. For that, I'm extremely grateful, and I release these words into the law of mind, and I say, as we all do, and so it is. Thank you.
Somebody's red van out front side door is open.
Excuse me?
The red van parked directly out front of our center.
Oh, there's a red van with a side door open out there. Okay.
I'm sure everything's fine, but I didn't shut it because I got afraid.
Thank you, Linda. All right, a couple of closing announcements as we get going. This will be our birthday. This is the first week of the month. So it is our birthday Sunday, which means there's a potluck in the other room, and we're going to sing happy birthday in a moment to the February birthdays. Also, as always, wanted to remind you that the practitioners, we are here to be supportive in whatever way we can. We have a full complement of practitioners here today. Myself, Edward, who just went out to fix his car, Susan, where Susan's over here, and Michele right in front. So if you'd like to talk to any of us, we'll take you aside, private moment if you would like, and help you out in whatever way we can.
Let the birthday people stand up.
Yeah, we were just about to do the birthdays. Now, with that in mind, if your birthday is in February and you would like to have us sing to you, off-key but loudly, please stand up. Donna, are you our only birthday?
Yes.
Oh, and Burl, there we go, Burl and Donna. And we have imaginary flowers and imaginary... Oh, and Carol, I thought you were just looking around to see who there was. 3 birthdays. Together we will sing, oh boy, I won't. Together, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Burl, Donna, Carol. Happy birthday to you. I'm going to need someone here in a moment to read our community statement of inclusion, but we have time. Okay, it'll be you, Bria.
Yeah, I will. I just want to acknowledge that Catherine Kane, who's on the Zoomers, is her birthday.
Oh, Catherine Kane.
Birthday, Catherine.
Happy birthday, Catherine. We are going to, if anybody has a demonstration, and let me really briefly explain again a demonstration, and you can do them succinctly. A demonstration is the way this philosophy works, as a reminder, because we're getting a lot of new people, and this is wonderful, and welcome. If you haven't been formally welcomed, we're really glad you're here. But the way the philosophy works is you imagine something, you set an intention, you picture it, you have to believe in it. You can only receive to the level that you can believe. The more you can believe it, the more you can see it, then it will be manifested in this plane. So whatever that may be, good health, prosperity, happiness, it's all up to you. And I've got time, we have time for a couple of quick demonstrations, if there are any. If not, we'll move forward.
He's saying, no, Daddy, I don't want to go. No, Daddy.
All right. Oh, okay. Donna has one for us.
I serve on my tribal council, the Norel-McWintu Nation in Trinity County. And a year or so ago, I, with Humboldt Area Foundation, wrote a grant for us to do our strategic plan. We hadn't had one for over 20 years. So I worked with the staff. We got the strategic plan. We got the perfect consultants. What I didn't know in grant writing, which I'm not a grant writer, I didn't know that you have to build in administrative costs if you want your admin to be paid as you're working this grant. It took us a year, and in December this year, we got our strategic plan. It was fabulous. It was $9,000. And what I didn't know was the 2 consultants didn't use all of their money. And our tribe struggles, well, up until this time, our tribe has been very challenged with keeping financial flow. So they had $600 left over and said, please, you guys take to the tribe. These 2 consultants gave us the rest of that money. And so I thought, That's how you get your admin. You just do say wonderful things. Anyway, we're so grateful, and that check came in a couple of weeks ago, and we had a tribal council meeting over this weekend, yesterday, and it turns out we needed a heating system, and it's like our seed money for getting a heating system at our cultural center over in Trinity County. Anyway, I was so grateful for that, and we had been treating and praying, setting that intention to have some more cash flow, and so a lot of things are starting to move now. Thank you for listening.
Okay, Bree, would you be so kind as to lead us in the community statement of inclusion? And then after that, we will have Les posthumously, but with love, lead us in all the colors of the rainbow, which will be up on the screen. And we won't do a circle because then half of us are looking over our shoulders. Bree, it's all yours.
Thank you. Oh, is this, okay, good. We are the Eureka Center for Spiritual Living, are a community that celebrates diversity, fosters inclusion, champions inner work, and creates space for brave, vulnerable conversations. We are a community that honors the unique emanation of God that each person embodies and advocates with people for humanity rights and dignity for all. We are a community that blesses each other, sees sacredness in all life, remains learners and listeners so that we may grow together, and understands that oneness is not sameness. Together we all say, we know our beloved community is revealed more fully when we love each other well.
Okay. 1, 2. Word. 1, 2, 3. Word. Okay, God, work a miracle. Well, be patient. Where's the picture of Les? Yeah.
All the colors of the rainbow, they are light, they are light. And all the people like the rainbow, we are one. One more time, let me hear you singing. All the colors of the rainbow, they are light, they are light. And all the people like the rainbow, we are one. Everybody comes from somewhere. We've all got faces and names. We walk our walks and we talk our talks. No two of us are ever the same. But all the colors of the rainbow, they are light, they are light. And all the people like the rainbow, we are one. One more time, let me hear you sing it. All the colors of the rainbow, they are light, they are light. And all the people like the rainbow, we are one. Love pours out from the depths of your soul. Love shines down from the stars. Love is the power that makes us whole, and love is who we are. I know the colors of the rainbow, they are light, they are light. And all the people like the rainbow, we are one. One more time and let me hear you sing it. All the colors of